Right, so let me show you my highlights here. Have you circled more than enough? Yeah, someone said, yeah, you have circled more than what I've done here. So what have you circled? Halfway? What have you circled more than what I've done?
I circled back.
Back. Right, back in line. Can't find it. Which line?
6.
Line 6. Okay, yeah. The show is back. Is this a preposition? No, what's that? It is back. It is it's an adverb. Back. That means it will come back. It will be back. And what else have you underlined which is not a preposition? Around. Yeah. During the day, the girls dance around. What is this? Ever. Here is a phrasal verb, dance around. And then, yeah, I know. I think you have. Some of you have also underlined to make. Is this a preposition? No. To make. What is that? To infinitive. If to can be a preposition, but not here. If it is a preposition, what follows should be a noun. Yeah, ing form. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm devoted to teaching. So, in that case, to is a preposition. But here, to make, not to making, to make, so it's not a preposition.
So, why this back is adverb, not an adjective?
Why? Well, because we can. Well, some adverbs are like this. For example, he is in. He is out. Actually, those are also adverbs. They are not adjectives. They are not prepositions. Similar, he's back. He's in. He's out. Then, all right, let's look at the dependence of prepositions. In the prepositional phrase, what is the have? The have is the preposition. Then the others are the dependent. So what follows the preposition is called the dependent, and this dependent is usually a noun phrase. For example, for during what? During the day. So the day is the dependence. For what? For a jolly, family-friendly, good time. So this noun phrase is a preposition. Is a noun phrase. From a to time is a noun phrase. It's a dependent of the preposition. For sweets, a noun phrase, and so on. So all the others here are noun phrases. In help, noun phrase. But the dependent of a preposition is not always a noun phrase, although usually it is a noun phrase. So like here, it depends on what? On whether we can afford it. Whether we'll buy the house or not depends on whether we can afford it. So what is whether we can afford it? A clause. She is regarded as very brilliant, as here is a preposition. Very brilliant is an adjective phrase. It's far from over. Over is an adjective. The song comes from where? From over the garden wall. Over the garden wall is a prepositional phrase. So you see here, prepositions can also take as dependent a clause, an adjective phrase, or even another prepositional phrase. But what is the most common dependent for a preposition?
Noun
Noun phrase. So, okay, about the function. Preposition function as the head in a prepositional phrase. And prepositional phrases occur in a variety of functions. That means they are used together with particular verbs. Like after rely, we say on. Rely on me. Or the author of the book, the capital of the city. Or so it can follow a particular noun. Or an adjective, we say keen on something, afraid of something, or similar to this one. So you see, prepositional phrases occur in a variety of functions. Which dependent on the verb, a noun, or an adjective. Alright?
Actually, for the first sentence, don't rely on me. So for the whole sentence, it is rely on me. It is a verb phrase or
No. In this one, rely is the don't rely is the verb phrase. Don't rely. Then on how about on me? Don't rely. You can't just say don't rely, right? Don't rely on me. So on me is a kind of compliment as well. And some grammarians may call this the non-sensual complement. That means we need it to complete the sentence. It's different from a predicative complement. A predicative complement usually has got the linking verb is, MR, the verb be. But here, rely is not a linking verb, but it is a complement to complete the sentence. So Collins calls this a non-sensual complement on B. Then of the book, after of, we know this is a post modifier. To this one, after similar, this is also a post modifier, similar. Goes together with similar. So altogether, in this one, the author of the book, this is a noun phrase, right? So of the book, this prepositional phrase is the post modifier of the noun author. And then this one, similar to this one, is an adjective phrase. So to this one, this prepositional phrase modifies similar. But on this, the first sentence, don't rely on me. On me doesn't go directly with rely. So we don't say this is a verb phrase, no. No, the verb phrase is here, don't rely. But on me functions as a complement to complete the sentence. Okay? So in a prepositional phrase, we have the head and then the dependent. We can call the dependent the prepositional complement. Some books call this the prepositional complement. So in these examples, through the window, through is the head. The window is the a noun phrase functioning as the prepositional complement. To them, to is the head, them is the prepositional complement, and so on. So you see, highlighted to you, so read through them, see whether you've got questions. Number 4 and number 5, the prepositional complement is not a noun phrase. What are they? Clause, yeah, the WH clause. Alright, can I move on? So let's look at the functions of prepositional phrases. First, let's look at it within the structure of a clause. So let's look at the whole unit. We shall meet him where? At the cinema. Where? So what is this? Adjunct. Telling you the place. Then number 2, to my surprise, Mary was not there. To my surprise, also an adjunct, commenting, right? He put the book where? On the shelf. Now you may say it's an adjunct, but if you look at it more closely, can you omit this? You put the book. No, just like don't rely. Rely on what? You put the book. So you need it there. You need the phrase, the prepositional phrase. So it's also a kind of complement. That's the non-central complement. And number 4, under the moon is the best home for us now. Subject. Yeah, a prepositional phrase can be a subject.
What does this non-central? Why is it?
Sorry.
Why it is non-central?
Just, as you know, there are different kinds of complements. So we have learned about the subject complement, subjective predicative complement. For example, she is beautiful. Beautiful refers to the subject. So it is a subject or subjective predicative complement. It can refer to the object. For example, he made me sick. He is sick. Sick. Who was sick? Me. So this is an objective predicative complement. I was sick. So whenever you have the linking verb, you say it's a predicative complement. She was beautiful. He made me sick. The meaning is I was sick. And we have prepositional complement. And now we've got non-central complement. That means, well, they don't belong to the other kinds that we have learned, then just group them as the non-central complement. Okay? Any more questions? If not, I'll go on. Okay, so just now we look at the functions of the adverb phrases within the structure of a clause. Now we go down to the level of a phrase. So in a noun phrase now, the girl with long hair, or the girl in the blue dress, what are they? What is the function? Modifying, right? Modifying the noun girl in a noun phrase. So modifier. Then how about in an adjective phrase? Keen on the house. He wants to buy the house. He's so keen on the house. I'm interested in the book. So these are adjective phrases. The whole. What are these? So in this adjective phrase, the whole adjective phrase, the head is keen, the adjective. Then what is on the house? Modifying keen, post modifier. Interested, the head, in the book, goes with interested after the adjective, so it is a post modifier. Then how about in an adverb phrase? He ran faster than John. Faster than John is an adverb phrase. The head is faster than John. So what's that? Post modifier. Then here is also a preposition. Modifier, modifying an adverb. Then how about this one? From under the bridge. Under the bridge goes with from. From is the head, then under the bridge is A prepositional complement. Okay, so we have just looked at all the different functions of prepositions. Of course, these are for you advanced learners, FAT students. They are not for your students. But as advanced students, you need to know this kind of subject knowledge. Now, okay, why do we call it a preposition? Pre. Pre means before. So the preposition goes before the dependent, before the noun phrase. But sometimes it doesn't go before the noun phrase. Like here, what are you listening to? Where is the pen which I was writing with? These matters will be looked at. So this breaks the rule. That's why some prescriptive grammarians are strongly against this. They don't like final prepositions. No, say no to final prepositions. But in reality, do we use this? Yes. And where do we use this? The final prepositions. In what style, especially? In formal style. For example, what are you listening to? If you use it in a more formal style, you will say, to what? Are you listening? And number two, more formal, you will say, where is the pen with which I was writing? Huh? How about number three? Can you rephrase it? These matters will be looked at. Can you say, at these matters will be looked? No. No, if this is in the passive voice, unless we change it to the active voice, if you don't change it, keep the passive voice, you can't avoid the final preposition. So that's why it is not reasonable to rule out the final preposition. Sometimes it's a must. You have to use it. So that's why it says that the normal ordering, that is the preposition before the dependent, the normal ordering is reversed in certain non-basic clause constructions. These structures are non-basic. In a later class, we'll learn about basic and non-basic clauses. They are non-basic because this is a question. These two are questions, non-basic. And number three, this is a passive voice structure, non-basic. A basic structure is like she is kind. Subject, verb, object or complement, then full stop. That's a basic clause. Well, look at this one. In the corner of his cluttered bedroom was a photograph of a woman. In the first part there, so in is the head, right? Then what is the prepositional complement? The corner of his cluttered bedroom. The whole is the prepositional complement, the dependent. Then, in this prepositional complement, which is a noun phrase, then you have the corner as the head, and then you have another prepositional phrase. So that's why you say prepositional phrases are often embedded in larger phrases. So it's embedded there, right? Larger phrases. You have another prepositional phrase. That makes English so complicated to read sometimes. Especially in academic writing, you can see so many embedded phrases and clauses. And you have to break them down to understand it. Okay, so let's see. Bible spoke on grammar based on real English. This is a very famous book. Bible spoke, published in 1999. So thick. So thick, you see? Several inches. So here it says prepositional phrases Oh, sorry, not prepositional versus other post-modification across registers. Well, it's about the post-modifiers. We say that, well, post-modifiers, like in a noun phrase, a post-modifier can be a prepositional phrase like the author of the book. Or it can be a noun clause like the author that blah blah blah, or relative clause, right? So there are different kinds of structures that can be used as a post-modifier. So here it says, compared to other structures, the prepositional phrases in dark. What's your conclusion? First of all, is it common to have post-modification in conversation? Is it common to have post-modification? Not so often, right? So you see the figure is so low. In academic writing and news papers, post-modification is quite common, yes, very common. More frequently used than in conversations and in fiction. That's why it's easier to read fiction and also easier to understand conversations because they don't have so much post-modification. The structure is not that complex in other words. And then, how about prepositional phrases as compared with other structures like the that clause, the ing form, non-finite clauses? Well, it says here, prepositional phrases are very common. Agree? Well, when you go home to read the three texts in the last task there, you have got it out to see later on. Okay. So in other words, prepositional phrases are commonly used in formal style, academic writing. Okay, now, let's look at these ambiguous sentences. I saw a man on a hill with a telescope. What's the meaning? What's the meaning here?
I used the telescope
To see a man on a hill. Yeah, that's one meaning. So with a telescope, it's an adjunct, a tool. Yeah, that can be one meaning. How about the second meaning?
The man I saw is with the man I saw.
Yeah, the man I saw was with a telescope. Was holding a telescope. So with a telescope, in that case, it's not an adjunct anymore. It is an modifier, modifying the man. Okay, very good. So, let's see. A man, I saw what? A man on a hill with a telescope. So the whole is a noun phrase. The object with a telescope is used to modify the man. So the picture shows you this, a man with a telescope. Then the second meaning, I saw a man. Where should I stop it? I saw a man on a hill. On a hill. So the object is a man on a hill. With a telescope. Who was with a telescope? Right. So this is an adjunct. With a telescope is an adjunct. But sometimes the meaning can be ambiguous. Well, just now we looked at around and also back. We said that they are not prepositions. Dance around, a phrasal verb. Then what do we call around? How will you describe around? Ever, or we can also call it a particle. Particle. Remember that word? So a verb plus a particle or an adverb, we call it an adverb. This is a phrasal verb. So dance around, turn on, turn off the lights. Now a phrasal verb can be transitive or intransitive. So in this case, is it transitive or intransitive? Dance around. Intransitive. No object after that. Turn off the lights. Transitive. Turn off is a transitive phrasal verb. So they are not prepositions. They are adverbs. Now let's combine the two now, adverb phrases and prepositional phrases. We say that they share some similarities. So, he ate at noon. What is this? A prepositional phrase. He ate with chopsticks. He ate in the kitchen. He ate with me. He ate like a baby. Like is a preposition. So all these, the first five are what kind of phrases? The first five. Up to here. This one. They are prepositional phrases. Then how about the last three? He ate quietly. He ate as quietly as he could. He ate these two. What are they? They are adverb phrases. Adverb phrases. Then how about the last one? He ate last night. This is he ate this week last night's noun phrase. This is a noun phrase. So you see, prepositional phrases, adverb phrases, and even noun phrases can perform similar functions. The function here is they are adjuncts, telling you the time, the place, the manner, the circumstance, right? So we have the participant, the subject he, the verb, the process, material process, action verb, the process, and then the circumstance there, telling you the time, the place, the manner, or the tool, with what kind of instrument. So these circumstances or these adverb phrases or prepositional phrases express what kind of meaning? Experiential, textual, or universal? Experiential meaning. So the participant, the process, the circumstance are all about the experiential meaning. Okay. So now let's see whether remember these words. Think, live. Just now we use adverbs to modify them. Now can you use a prepositional phrase to modify them? So try it first. Write down some prepositional phrases. Maybe you can refer to what you put down, the adverb. Try to change the adverb to a prepositional phrase, if possible.
Without hesitation.
So let me give you the first example. Remember, we say think creatively. So how can I rephrase it? Think
in a creative way.
Yeah, think in a creative way. Then you do the rest. I think this is a very useful expression. In a particular way, in a particular manner. Yeah, very good. Right, yeah. If you keep talking about them, about the manner, because just now we use the manner, I think creatively the manner. Okay, live. What did we say when we talk about adverb? Live what? Adventurously. Live with adventure. That sounds a bit funny, huh? So, hey, live maybe we have to use another word. Live in a quiet place. Work.
Like a bee.
Huh?
Like a bee.
Like a bee. Good. Work like a bee or work with diligence. Share
With love.
with love. Share with love. Share with generosity. Listen
With your whole heart.
with your whole heart. Listen with patience. Try fearlessly. Now try without fear. Laugh heartedly. Laugh.
Laugh out loud.
Oh, what? In a loud voice. Help. Help. What's the original? Help. Without delay. Speak. Speak in a polite way. Good. Or speak in a gracious manner. And run steadily. Run. Run in the stable way. Run in a steady way. Love him or her with all your heart. All my heart. So you see that the adverbs, adverb phrases and prepositional phrases can express the manner or express the circumstance in similar ways. Now, let's move on. Well, we say however shows the what kind of adverb? Linking adverb. So she was sick, however, she came early. So, but we can also use other phrases, prepositional phrases, to express the linking ideas. So she's not lazy. On the contrary, she is quite hardworking. Or Fanny is lazy. By contrast, her brother is hardworking. Okay, so we can also use some other kinds of phrases to link ideas. The textual meaning is expressed. Then